You mentioned when you were talking about the HSBC Brazil fund, you said, it's just 13, 14 odd crores. In
Correct.
fact, if I look at some of the funds, HSBC's own that Asia Pacific ex Japan
That's
dividend
8
fund is
crores.
just 7 crores,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the largest fund amongst all of these, which you have mentioned, the unusual themes, is the ABSL MNC fund, which is also just about 4,000 crores. So,
Yeah.
is that a big factor over here that, only very, very savvy investors are either putting in money, or that, by and large, people are choosing not to look at these funds? I mean, does a small size make it riskier?
Look, so there are many parts to it. First of all, I honestly don't understand that 8 crore, 13 crore kind of a number. I shudder to think who the investors are. But look, when you have a fund, which is investing into an international fund, honestly, the AUM isn't that big a criteria, because finally you are exposed to the underlying fund. And out here, the volatility might not matter so much, because you're finally investing into underlying whatever be the corpus. There is some element of risk because there are many minimal investors involved out there, so that's the case. But funds which are investing specifically in India and of smaller size AUMs, first thing which comes with a smaller size AUM, Sumaira, and we have discussed that in your show itself once, is about expense ratios. The smaller the fund, the higher the expense ratio, typically because of the SEBI grid that they're allowed to charge more. So technically, most of these funds will have an expense ratio of over 2.5%, which is on the higher side, right? That's point number one. Smaller AUMs will mean higher volatility. Funds which are domiciled in India, investing into Indian companies, if they run very small AUMs, right? A larger investor coming in, coming out can actually mean a lot of volatility in the fund and some impact also, because the fund manager will have to liquidate his positions immediately. And these stocks are such that there isn't much liquidity in some of those exotic themes out there, right? So it can actually impact the fund's NAV substantially if there are large redemptions out there. One last bit about this smaller AUM, Sumaira, is also, though it goes unnoticed, if you check the name of the fund managers across the list, look, I have nothing against it. They're all talented, highly qualified people, but those are not the first names in those fund houses, right? Those are the third or the fourth fund managers with lesser amount of experience. Sometimes they might be equally capable of managing, but you won't get the best of the names as fund managers in these themes,
Yeah.
technically, right? In fact, most of the names none of us know about. They keep coming and changing. They change very often, actually. You check quarterly, out of this entire basket of around 40, 50 odd funds, 4 or 5 fund managers would have changed, actually, and you don't realize it only. So it passes too many hands, and it's a little, what do you say, hidden kind of a thing. Unless you really go deep dive, it's a risky zone.